where does the name for Llanddulas come from? Hello everyone, it's my pal. Today we're in Llanddulas, or Llanddulas, in Conwy County. It's a town sort of situated between Old Colwyn and Abergele. Now the name's made of two parts. We have the word Llan, which is an area of land attached to a church. This church, in fact. And then we have Dulas, which is the soft mutated form of Dulas. And Dulas is the name of the river that runs through the middle of it. Now, Dulas means a dark brook. You've got D, which is dark, and then we have glass. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Joe, isn't glass blue? And it is, but there's another meaning for it, and that means brook. Now, in the north, it's glass, but in the south, it's gleis. So it's the same river name as Dowlais in Merthyr Tydfil, and Gwynlais, and I can't remember exactly where that one is. So literally it means the area of land attached to the church around the river Dulas. So, the most famous person born in Llanddulas is probably Lewis Valentine, who was born here in 1893. Now, he was born into a Welsh-speaking non-conformist family, so the three things he was very serious about was the language, his national identity, and religion. So, Lewis Valentine is probably most famous, despite him being a writer and a poet and a preacher, he's probably most famous for being involved in the founding of Plaid Cymru, Wales's nationalist party, in 1925, which he became a key leader in. He was arrested in 1936 along with DJ Williams and Lewis Valentine, two other founders of Plaid Cymru, for setting fire to an RAF base in Penaberth in the Llyn. Now, why did they do it? Well, the bombing school had been offered to be situated in several places in England, but it was refused by local people, and that was listened to by the government. When it came to the Llyn, however, they chose a very Welsh-speaking area, and to evacuate that area would damage the language. So in protest, these three people, who were men of high standing, preachers and teachers and lawyers, decided to set fire to the RAF base there in protest. It was the first time that violence was used against the English government by Welsh people in hundreds and hundreds of years. They immediately handed themselves in to the police in Carnarvon. Now, aside from that, he was also a writer. He wrote a lot of poems, he wrote a lot of religious texts, and really he's kind of mostly known not so much for his involvement in the Tan and Llyn and the setting fire to the RAF base, but more about his love for the country and his desire to protect the heritage and the culture of Wales. And even today, the pub just opposite this church here is called the Valentine, named after him. And anyway, diolch. Subscribe for more. And also check out the link in my bio where you can find access to my Patreon if you'd like to support me on my quest to explain every place name in Wales and abroad. But also you can see the website there. You can book me in for a walk. And if you run a business, you can get in touch. Diolch. Check it out as well. The snowdrops are out, which means that spring's coming soon. It's close.